With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The IVRL Pinkett Ford Cup Series fires things off for race number 13 right here tonight from Kansas Speedway, qualifying just now opening up for all the drivers to go out there and try to snatch the pole position here tonight. Who's going to take that top spot? Does anybody have anything to keep Matthew Baker from going back to victory lane? We'll have to wait and see how the race sorts out here tonight. In the Dorothy 134, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside, and as we've got about 60 seconds off of the stopwatch here in qualifying, what do you say we jump away from your track information and head into some of those qualifying times? Looks like we've got a handful of drivers out there on track. The 41 Chevy ZL1 Camaro takes the top spot for the time being. We'll go ahead and throw that information up on the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do here tonight. Nicholas Pressey going to slot in second. We've still got Charles Urick, Eric Hegdahl, Wesley Jeanette, Robert Shin, Tommy Schaefer still all out there with the track, laying down their time laps, trying to dethrone Jordan from the pole position. Schaefer going to go second on the speed charts. Right at 20 drivers slotted in for tonight's Dorothy 134 right here from Kansas Speedway. Stage number 1 at lap number 25, stage number 2 at lap number 50, and then a long run to the end of tonight's race to see who can capture the flag, to see if we can have another fresh face to victory lane. And as the music fades, we're about halfway through qualifying, and Eric Hegdahl sits top of the speed charts. Quick time for qualifying, 31:11 out of the 70 ZL1 Camaro, piloted by Eric Hegdahl. Nine race winners so far this season through the first 12 races of the year. Only Ryan Farrell and Jaden Gimbel have visited victory lane multiple times. And as the track begins to cool down a little bit and drivers begin to slowly make their way back to the garage to switch over to race trim, tell you what, race fans, why don't we go ahead, get rid of that track information, get rid of the qualifying times for just a brief moment. Let's head into some of the championship standings coming into tonight's race. There you can see him front and center on screen. Jaden Gimbel leads them all by 42 points. Ryan Farrell, Charles Urick, Tommy Schaefer right there. Randy Henshaw, Adam Wood, Matthew Baker, last week's race winner. Big jump through the point standings. Baker going to be listed 149 points back, but making his way inside of the top 10. Patrick Gaspar, Nick Cannon right there. Rounding out the top 10, Tyler Brown in a close battle with Jason Harrison and Maxwell Castro. Castro has been to victory lane. We'll keep that in mind as we've got just 60 seconds remaining here in qualifying. Doesn't look like track going to get any busier, so that should do it. In qualifying, we'll go ahead and throw that time up one more time for you. Let you get a quick look, and Eric Hegdahl takes the top spot here in qualifying. And we're going to take ourselves a short break, head down trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And as the Jets finish the flyover, drivers making their way to the starting grid. We'll get ready to fire things off here just in a few seconds. It looks like the majority of the field is making their way to the starting grid. Let's go a little closer to track. We've seen Eric Hegdahl grab the pole position just moments ago, and there you can hear those familiar sounds, those familiar bells in the background. You know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the Dorothy 134 right here from Kansas Speedway. Starting inside row number 1 here tonight, inside of the 70 Chevy ZL1 Camaro, grabbing the top spot in qualifying, the 70 of Eric Hegdahl. The 42 of John Freeman will line up and roll off of pit lane just to his outside. Jaden Gimbel, Wesley Jeanette will line up side by side back in row number 2. Both of those drivers have visited victory lane so far this year. Tommy Schaefer and Charles Urich back in row number 3. Row number 4 here tonight belongs to the 2 of Tyler Werner, the 77 of John Tiller, Chris Whitaker, and Jordan Dworchik in the 41 will round out your top 10 starting positions here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Matthew Baker looking to repeat last week's race-winning performance. Baker will roll off in 11th. Robert Shin in the 17 machine will roll off 12th here tonight, back in row number 7. The 71 of Nathan Line and the 75 of Jaden Darlin. Nicholas Pressey, Cody McKinney back in row 8. Row number 9 tonight, the 24 of Nick Goebel, followed by the 198 of Joey McKinney. Matthew Montgomery rounds out the field here tonight, and we will head to the front as we get ready to go. Green flag racing, this time by the iRacing pace car, will duck off, and we will drop the green flag for the first time here tonight at Kansas Speedway. 134 laps on tap here tonight. Short, quick stages. Stage number 1 going to come to a close at lap 25. Stage 2 at lap 50. And then a much longer run to the end of tonight's race. So these drivers are going to have to mix things up early, find out what they got, try to make the right changes and keep up with the track to put themselves in a position to walk away with the checkered flag. We've got over 150 miles to go, and we got a green flag coming right at you. Those hard tunes will dissipate and these engines will roar to life. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Eric Hegdahl up through the gears, nice and clean. John Freeman in that Coors Light machine up at the top of the racetrack. He's going to keep it high, wide, and handsome early here tonight. Jaden Gimbel, Wesley Jeanette left to battle for 3rd and 4th. Tommy Schaefer, Charles Urich 5th and 6th on track. Whitaker getting by the 41 machine for that 9th position. Dworchik with some trouble here tonight. Jordan having some issues. He's going to take that 9th position back for the time being, and we'll cross the line. Lap 1 in the books, and Hegdahl able to keep it at the top from that pole position. Close battles all over the track. We'll jump around just a little bit, and let's go back to this 4-5 car scrum going on. Charles Urich there, you can see that 76 machine lined up right behind Jaden Gimbel, the 2 tender of Tyler Werner, right in line, running in 7th. 41 down to the bottom of the racetrack. Dworchik looking for an extra spot here. He's going to gain some ground, and he's going to be looking at Urich next. Jason, good to see you out there on the chat. Would have loved to see you out here on the track instead, though. We look forward to catching up with you here in the next few weeks for sure. Shady Acres Entertainment, appreciate you coming in, checking things out here tonight. Great race, great field. here tonight at Kansas Raceway for race number 13 for the Pinkett Ford IVRL Cup Series. Gimbel starting to move away from Urich and Dvorak as they continue this side-by-side battle. Let's go look at these two colorful cars on track. The Tender 2 of Tyler Warner lurking in the background. He's going to have some company. John Tiller going to come by. Tiller looking for a position. Dvorak able to grab that 6 spot away from Urich, and he's going to head right to the high side. I believe that high lane is the preferred line right now. John Freeman still sits in second, but Wesley Jeanette not letting him get away. The 29 of Tommy Schaefer with a good run. Here you can see Schaefer. He's got Gimbel right behind him. Lots of early action here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Lap number 5 on the board. And we've got a handful of drivers already behind pit wall here. It looks like the 198, the 199, and the 24 of Nick Goebel all suffering some problems. Looks like they're going to be relegated to the tail end of the field. 17th, 18th, and 19th here tonight. So tough break for those 3 drivers. I do believe the McKinney clan, I do believe they're just across the hall pulling the admin and race control duties. So that's really going to come down to Nick Goebel, that 24 machine, having some mechanical issues. And unfortunately, we'll try to get a pit road reporter down there, trying to get some information out of that 24 crew and see what it was that kept them from the track here tonight. And I hear you, Blaney. Shin putting in a little bit of work. He's dropped 1 spot from where he qualified. Shin back to 13th now, but still all over Nathan Line. We'll give you a little look at your fellow driver. There he is right there, making his way down into turn number 3, trying to run back down Nathan Line for that 12th position. Biggest mover of the race so far here. We got to check out this 41. He's passed some very fast cars. He's put Jaden Gimbel behind him now. Move Jordan Dvorak into your top 5. The fastest lap of the race, a 31:02 is the fast time here. That's knocking on the door. Or actually, that is faster than the qualifying speed we seen at a Hegdahl. Man, Tommy Schaefer laying down a quick one. 31:07 is the fast time in race trim. The 29 hooked up, and he is right on the tail end of that 74. Wesley Jeanette's going to have his hands full here. What do you say we go take a look from the tail end if we can? Let's go. There you go. Looking back over that rear spoiler and over the rear deck lid of Wesley Jeanette. Looking back at Tommy Schaefer, there you can see the Roasted Jim's Coffee 29 machine looking for a spot, and well, looks like he very well may grab that position. We'll take a different vantage point right on board now with Jeanette through these corners, give you a little bit of an idea of what the banking is like here at Kansas. And there you can see that inside run really working, but not able to slide up the track. The big run with the momentum on the high side for Jeanette keeps them in that position for the time being. We'll jump back outside of the car as we've now got a 3-car battle for third. Front of the field, John Freeman takes the top spot away from Hegdahl. Freeman gonna be just our second race leader. 1 lead change, no pesky caution flags to speak of, and we are knocking on the door of just halfway through this first opening stage here. So drivers already on it, mixing it up all over this track. Let's go back. Let's see what that battle around that 10th position looks like. We've got a gaggle of machines all right here running with each other. There you can see Matthew Baker, last week's race winner, running in a solid 8th position. He's got a half a second to Urich in front, a half a second to Tyler Warner behind him. Warner has dropped 2 positions from where we checked in on him not too long ago. So Warner heading towards the back end of Tommy Schaefer, Jaden Gimbel. How about Gimbel with the surge here? Lap number 11, the 81 of Jaden Gimbel goes to the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to grab a spot from the 41. He's going to grab a spot from the 29, and he's going to put himself right back into that 4th position, as now Jordan Dworchik has he run the tires off that car. His Chevy ZL1 Camaro now losing some ground. He's lost yet another spot as dip behind that 76 of Charles Urick. And well, just as I say that, those two begin to battle side by side once again. And Matthew Baker, he's on scene. He's going to look to go 3 wide in the middle. Not going to make it happen just yet. We'll stay side by side, and Dworchik going to lose that position. He's going to fall now back to the 8th position. Still a solid gain here in stage 1, making up 2 positions so far here. The 41 may have abused those tires just a little bit too soon. 71 of Nathan Line, he's in a battle here. He's on track, running in that 12th position. There you can see that 17 of Robert Shin slowly beginning to make his way up into the mix. John Tiller not very far off in front of line, so we've got a 3-car battle right here. 11th, 12th, 13th on the speedway. They've got a bit of a gap to go. Run down a top 10 position here to round out stage number 1. Nicholas Pressey, that 94 Ford Mustang. There you can see Pressey sporting those IVRL Pinkett Ford colors on his fast Ford Mustang. Pressey sits in 10th. Meanwhile, back at the front, battle for the race lead, side by side. Back at the bottom, Hegdahl was able to take that position back for a moment, but surging on the outside with the run is that 42 of John Freeman. These two side by side, front of the field. That's going to allow Wesley Jeanette and Jaden Gimbel both to close in. Freeman takes the spot back across the line. And I'm telling you, these two, they cannot afford to battle very long, because the rest of the field, they are on the move. They are coming in a hurry. Dworchik and Baker now going at it. 7th and 8th on the speedway. Tyler Warner starting to join that battle. So it's another 3-car battle. 7th, 8th, and 9th on the speedway. We're watching the battle for the race lead. Your pole sitter, Eric Hegdahl, running in that 2nd position. He gave up the spot to John Freeman. Has looked to take it back. Hasn't been able to secure it for an official lead change just yet. And right in the mix, we said it. We said it about 3 laps ago. The more these drivers battle for 1st and 2nd, the faster Wesley Jeanette and Jaden Gimbel are going to begin to close in. And as we said, in just the course of 3 laps, now make it 4. They're on scene. They've arrived. But now they've brought Gimbel, Schaefer along. There you can see Charles Urick lurking in the distance in the background, 1.3 seconds back. Urick still has a shot to get up and grab a spot inside the top 5 before the end of stage number 1. We are just 7 laps away from the stage caution. Who's going to walk away with some bonus points? Going into the outside wall, little bit of a door rub with that outside wall. And look at that 3-car battle on the inside, huh? Getting after it, going at it right now. Wesley Jeanette, Jaden Gimbel, Tommy Schaefer, all mixing it up. 3rd, 4th, 5th on the racetrack, trying to run back down your race leaders. John Freeman starting to step back away. Has opened that gap back up over 0.2 of a second. A little bit of a slide up the racetrack that time for Gimbel. Schaefer's going to cut him a little bit of a break, I think. He's going to catch that break just because of how early it is in tonight's race. I don't think that break would be given a little bit later on in the evening. Christopher Whitaker working his way off of pit road. Whitaker listed multiple laps down here tonight. 88 rolling off of pit road. He's now 6 laps down. He'll be able to stay out, get himself the lucky dog, maybe even get himself a wave around, possibly being able to earn 2 of these 6 laps down. We'll have to wait to see how the strategy plays out and how things shake out for Whitaker. But for the time being, he will round out the field back in 18th position. Robert Chen right there in 15th. Matthew Montgomery, Jaden Darling, Nathan Lyon, and John Tiller outside of your top 10. Looking to make the pass on the inside is Jaden Gimmel, the 81, looking to the bottom, looking underneath Jeanette. Jeanette not having any of it. He's going to block that move and stay in front. Jeanette going to keep that third position for now as lap number 23 goes on the board. Clean and green racing here tonight from Kansas Speedway in the Dorothy 134. Freeman looking fast, but Hegdahl has not let him get away. We're going to have ourselves one more lap to go, and it's a big battle at the front for who's going to want this stage win. Hegdahl to the bottom looking for the pass. Will we see the slide job? Not going to clear him. Momentum coming back on the high side for Freeman. Side by side crossing the line. Oh, they're going to give it to Freeman. Freeman going to lead that lap. And we are now on the final, well, that's it. That was it. That's the end of stage number 1, walking away with the stage win. What a battle right there. And that was absolutely lights out. Heck of a job by everybody through the field. Close, tight battles, but the big battle at the front. John Freeman walks away with the stage win here tonight from Kansas Speedway. At Coors Light 42, it was sporty and happy hour. Sporty in qualifying, started outside pole position. Took a handful of laps to take over that top spot, but since he hasn't looked back, Hegdahl made some big moves there trying to take that position back, but unfortunately just not able to quite get it, not quite able to get that top spot back once again. And the 42 of John Freeman will walk away with the stage win. Drivers will be looking to pit road. Will we see some strategy here tonight? I think drivers have more than enough tires. They got 5 sets down here on pit road. Looks like everybody going to duck down pit road. So no strategy will be utilized early here tonight. Looks like everybody will come get 4 fresh Goodyear tires. So we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Get things paid on the bill side of things. You know how that goes, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. and back trackside just as the field receives the one to go. A first caution of the night flying at the end of stage number 1. John Freeman walks away with the stage win, but a little bit of a rough go in his pit box. One of the slower stops on the evening, so unfortunately Freeman will be behind a handful of drivers. He's going to restart back there outside row number 2. Eric Hegdahl, your pole sitter, back to the point. He's got Jaden Gimbel right beside him. Gimbel fast all over the track here tonight. Look for him to be fast on this restart. Will Hegdahl, he's had some surprising speed here tonight. Will he shock them all and walk away with the stage win? Let's see how he goes about it. We've still got quite a ways to go here tonight. Just over 105 laps left in tonight's Dorothy 134 right here in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. There goes that pace car, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here at Kansas Speedway. Hegdahl on the gas, and he's going to step away 2/10 of a second advantage. Now Gimbel and Jeanette going to go at it for second and third on the racetrack. Let's back it up a little bit, give you a little bit more perspective of how things are shaking out on this. Whoa, one driver super loose. How did he save it? Nathan Line in the 71, my God. He all but wrecked that thing, was completely sideways and was able to bring it back underneath him. Job well done. Side-by-side battle now between John Tiller and Charles Urich. What do you say we get a little closer to the track? Let's watch this one unfold as well. 74 of Jeanette looking to the outside, looking to keep Gimbel at bay. Gimbel with a slide job. 2-3 cars loose. Urich going around on the bottom. Gimbel sliding. Here comes another. Ooh, big slide for Matthew Baker. Wow. Wow. We have got to see if we've got an onboard camera shot of this one with Baker. My gosh. Let's go back. Let's ride with Baker here. Oh, almost into 2 cars. Wall coming at you. Oh my gosh. He doesn't need a new car, but he needs a new driver's suit. I can guarantee you that one. Crazy close. A lot of drivers going around. Let's see what happened with Charles Urich here. Driver's getting just loose off a corner exit. He's going to get loose and get a little bit of a bump. And oh, there's Baker. Tokyo Drift right here tonight at Kansas Speedway. My gosh. Oh, well, that was exciting. Let's go back to the front. There you can see a handful of drivers ducking to pit road. Jaden Gimbel, John Tiller, both going to come to pit road. Matthew Montgomery, Wesley Jeanette, Charles Urich all to pit road. So it seems like most of the drivers that were caught up and involved with this latest incident do come down to pit road. Looks like they're going to try to fix up some damage there. You can see a little bit of right side damage. That's actually a lot of bit of right side damage for Matthew Baker. No contact there that brought out the caution flag for Baker, but at some point in time, he's been into somebody or something. And the right side of that 26 has seen some better days, but I mean, what a drift. I mean, you could see his hands working hard. The car got out from under him, and then how about sliding in between 2 cars and then almost into 2 different walls, all in the one big drift. I mean, that's some white knuckle change your pants type stuff right there. Matthew Baker showing why he was able to get to victory lane last week, and well, that's because he's a wheelman. Back to the front with your race leader, Eric Hegdahl, beginning to pile on some of the laps led here. John Freeman able to pick up 1 position on the restart. Freeman, I don't want to necessarily say dominated that opening stage, but he led the most laps in stage number 1, grabbing that race lead away from Eric Hegdahl on about lap number 5, and was able to keep it for the entirety of stage 1. Eric Hegdahl now grabbing that top spot under the stage break pit stops, and he put him back on the top of the speed charts, and he's been there since. Lap number 34 now goes on the board. We should see the one finger wave. No, not that one. The other one finger wave coming out this time around. And the field will go back double file. We'll re-rack, restack, and rerun them right here at Kansas Speedway. And you know, while we find some time on our hands, while the engines are a little bit quieter than normal, want to take this time, this opportunity, this moment to give a huge shout out to the title sponsor this season here with the International Virtual Racing League. That's Pinkett Ford, providing hope and empowerment by enriching the lives of all those affected by breast cancer. Pinkett Ford, an approved 501c3 non-profit organization. You know what that means? Well, that means if you give, you can get it back. On your taxes, you can write it off if you need to. But whether you need to or not, a great organization to stand behind. Comprised of family members, 3 cousins, a daughter, mother, wife, sisters, all caught up involved in this terrible disease. Over 10 women in their family have been affected and touched by this disease, so they've got a lot of first-hand knowledge, and you can get set up with pretty much anything you really want to know about breast cancer, whether you're fighting the fight yourself or you're looking to help and find some information to help out somebody that is fighting that fight. You can head on over to pinkettford.org for all your resources and needs. Check them on out on the web. That's www.pinkettford.org. Pace car down and away, and we're ready to fire things off and get away from the restart box. On the gas quick, and green flag flies once again as Hegdahl nails that loud pedal. Going to leave Tyler Warner and John Freeman back to battle for that second position on track. The tender number 2 looking to take that second spot. Not having any of it is that 42 of Freeman. He'll keep it wound up. Whoa, and the 41 of Dworchik having some trouble. Jordan with some, oh, and more drivers sliding. Oh my gosh. Melee trouble. 71 up the track. 77 involved. The Jumpman machine involved. Oh my gosh. You're caught up and involved in this one as well. Multiple drivers. Wesley Jeanette, all caught up and involved in this latest incident. On track quick. Successive cautions here from Kansas Speedway. And I tell you what, why don't we go back? Let's see what happened with and from that vantage point of the 77 of John Tiller. There you can see him all sorts of out of shape. Then carnage, chaos, multiple drivers caught up and involved. And well, I guess doing the Kurt Busch unwinder impression right there. The 77 of Tiller has some trouble, backs it into the outside wall, and he will be looking at pit road next time around. Gonna jump back live once again with your race leader. There you can see Eric Hegdahl at the front of this field, leading the parade of drivers around behind the pace car. Jaden Gimbel, Wesley Jeanette, Nathan Line, Jaden Darling, Jordan Dworchik, and John Tiller all to pit road this time around. No retirements in the field so far here tonight. We've had one driver bow out of tonight's race with mechanical issues before making it to the starting grid. Nick Goebel will walk away with the 16th position. Both of the McKinney clan over in race control, pulling the admin duties here tonight from Kansas Speedway. And we find ourselves under caution for the third time here tonight. We're going to take a quick brief commercial break. Don't worry about a thing. You won't miss any of the action. We're going to stay side by side.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we do apologize for the commercial break glitch there. Looks like sponsors want a little bit of extra TV space and time. So Butt Kicker coming on board once again here this season with the IVRL Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. We're going to go high above the track with the Turn 3 drone cam for this latest restart. Drivers side by side, Eric Hegdahl, Tyler Warner. Right there on row number 1, John Freeman, Tommy Schaefer back in row 2. Row 3 for our latest restart, Matthew Montgomery and Nicholas Pressey. Robert Shin, Matthew Baker back in row 4. Rounding out your top 10, Charles Urick, Jaden Gimbel for the restart. Let's get ready to fire the engines once again. Pace car down and away, and here we go, getting ready to get to the restart box and in the hands of the control car. On the gas quick and green flag flies. 42 tried to time that one. John Freeman a little bit early on the jump. Hegdahl was able to use that to his advantage, but now taking advantage of that run on the restart is the 42. Let's take a look around that middle pack. Here you go, too wide off of turn number 2. A little bit of a wiggle out of that 76 of Urick. And now we'll head a little closer to the track. What do you say we get up close and personal? Drivers 2 wide, 2 rows deep. The Best Buy, number 6 of Matthew Montgomery looking for a position. 2 drivers with some beat up right sides going at it. Baker and Montgomery fighting for 6th. Oh, more drivers with trouble, and I believe that may be Urick with some issues. We do apologize. Wrong button there. Oh my gosh! Did you see Baker? That's going to be our 4th caution of the night. Oh my gosh, Matthew Baker. Torn up. Wow, that was a tough hit. Tough hit. Let's go back, check this latest replay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, and Jaden Gimbel catching a piece of that one. Charles Urick was involved in an earlier incident. Let's go back. See, there's Urick coming by. Jaden Gimbel, nowhere to go. Tell you what, let's take a look from Gimbel. There he is already through the grass. My goodness. Carnage, chaos in the mid portion of tonight's Pinkett Forward Cup Series in the Kansas Speedway in the Dorothy 134. There you go. We'll get it right. Eric Hegdahl leads the field. There you can see him making his way around the track, and it looks like we may have some drivers with some extended stays down on pit road after this latest caution flag flies. Fourth caution. Third one in a row. We seen the stage break. We seen that first stage clean and green. Drivers now struggling a little to get those green flag laps in, and we're going to have a short run to the end of stage number 2 here. Looks like Eric Hegdahl is in the right spot for the right situations at the right time. Here, coming to the end of stage number 2, looks like your pole sitter will be able to walk away and secure a stage win. We don't want to hand it to him just yet because he's going to have at least 2, possibly 3 laps before the end of this first stage to try to prove his worth at the front. And he'll have the fast 42 of Freeman to his outside for this latest restart. That's going to be a big challenge for Freeman to try to time it right without jumping the start. Hegdahl doing a good job of these restarts, these handful of restarts that we've had, at changing where he's firing off in that restart box. So not being predictable, a big key on the restarts, and we'll see how Hegdahl goes about it this time. We should see drivers receive, no, looks like we're going to keep this thing out and on track at least 2 more times. So, man, interesting run here tonight for a lot of drivers at Kansas Speedway. Lap number 45 now goes on the board out of the 134 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And as we said, drivers will receive that one to go next time around. And just like that, there it is. Whoa, looks like we've got some drivers jockeying for position. Some drivers dropping towards the rear. Looks like the 2 of Tyler Warner going to the back. And, well, here we go. We'll see if the third time's the charm here. Third restart in a row. Pace car down and away. Field to the restart box. And green flag flies. Oh, once again here at Kansas Speedway. choose line coming into effect, and it looks like Freeman elected to go to the inside to stay behind your race leader to clear that outside lane. He didn't want to get stuck on the outside on the restart, and Freeman will work his way off of 2. With that second place, Tommy Schaefer, a little bit of a scrub on the outside wall. It's only 3 laps to go here to the end of stage number 2. Pole sitter Hegdahl with a good run. Whoa, look at that. Nicholas Pressey and Matthew Montgomery mixing it up. We've got a mix of... I don't know where to go. It's a 3-car battle right here. 3rd, 4th, 5th on track. 1, 2, 3 battling on track as well. Caution flag flies as Nicholas Pressey now has trouble. Caution on the speedway once again here. That's going to be our 5th caution flag of the night, and that will put an end to stage number 2. Nicholas Pressey with some trouble. Tell you what, let's go back. Let's see what happened with that 94. He's going to go around off the front end of, I believe that may have been the 81 of Jaden Gimbel, possibly involved. Wesley Jeanette, I apologize. Let's go back one more look here. There you can see already happening. The 41 caught up involved in this as well. The 74 of Wesley Jeanette indeed was the driver that the 94 went around off of the nose of. And pit road is open, and drivers make their way down pit road. But your stage 2 winner, he's going to stay out. Eric Hegdahl, he don't need no stinking tires. There you can see Jaden Gimbel getting one of his laps back here tonight. Gimbel will cross the line and go around the pace car. Everybody trying to run back behind your race leader, Eric Hegdahl. And then you can see Christopher Whitaker, Nathan lined up looking to try to get a wave around, but with Hegdahl staying out, that's going to trap those 2 drivers 1 lap down. Freeman, Darling, Montgomery, Werner, Schaefer, Jeanette, Jurek, Tiller, Dvorak, and Pressey to pit road. Last time around, Jaden Gimbel, Nathan Line, and Christopher Whitaker still listed off of the lead lap. Matthew Baker back behind pit wall, still trying to fix up that 26 machine for the time being. We'll see if he can get out there on track, and looks like Eric Hegdahl may have thought better of this. He's going to go ahead and come down pit road this time around. That will indeed give Line and Whitaker a wave around, get themselves back on a little closer to the lead lap at least. And that's going to mix things up at the front. We got a new race leader once again here tonight. It's going to give us our 4th lead change, 3rd race leader. Inside of that Jumpman 75 Chevy ZL1 Camaro, Jaden Darling. He had a little bit of trouble earlier here tonight. Caught up involved in an early incident at the beginning of stage number 2. There you can see that right front damage. But the man you got to be worried about, he's going to be the one right behind him. That's the fast Coors Light 42 of John Freeman. Walking away with the stage 1 win. Freeman very fast here tonight. He's going to be the driver we got to keep our eye on. And how about that? You know, what a coincidence, right? Sunday here at Kansas Speedway, Kurt Busch puts his machine into victory lane, captures the checkered flag with that Jumpman sponsor on board. He was in a Toyota, but in a Chevy tonight is Jaden Darling, and he's got that Jumpman logo plastered on the side of his car. Is this going to be an omen? Will we see Darling get to victory lane for the first time this season? Choose line in effect. Your top three all picking the bottom of the track. That's going to allow that to have Werner to make up a ton of ground. And he'll start outside row number 1. The 74 Wesley Jeanette comes back and will restart outside row number 2. Charles Urich. He wants a position or 2. He'll go to the high side. We're going to have just 3 now. Make that 4 drivers as Nicholas Pressey heads to the high side for this latest restart. About 10 laps away from the halfway point. Both stage breaks already done and over with here tonight from Kansas Speedway. The Dorothy 134 off of the racing surface goes the pace car, and here we go back to green flag action. 75 of Darling on the gas, and away we go crossing the line. Darling leads for the first time here tonight under green flag conditions. John Freeman with a big run on the bottom through 1 and 2. Look for him to eat him up. 2, 3 wide off of turn 2. They'll mix it. Whoa, where are you going? Matthew Montgomery, parking lot's not down there, my man. Keep that Best Buy number 6. Going down into turn number 3, and just like that, Freeman with the run on the high side, and he'll put himself back at the point. That's going to give us our 5th lead change of the night. Just 3 race leaders so far here. The 42, excuse me, the 42 of John Freeman, the 70 of Eric Hegdahl, and the 75 of Jaden Darling, who's dropping like a rock now. He's going to drop from the top spot all the way back to 6th. And what do you say we go ahead and get that timing and scoring up to you? Let you follow along, find your favorite drivers just like we do here in the Turn 3 Racing Production booth. Jaden Gimbel with the lucky dog was able to put himself back just 1 lap down. He's in that lucky dog position. Still 71 of Nathan Line right on his heels. Line looking to get himself in the lucky dog position. Those are your only 2 drivers. Just a 1 lap down. Christopher Whitaker listed 2 laps down now as Matthew Baker still down out of tonight's race behind pit wall trying to fix up his machine. Fast time of the race turned in. Last time around, Freeman, he's got lights out speed in that 42 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Freeman will cross the line. 31:02 last time around. That's going to take the fastest lap of the race away from Tommy Schaefer. And how about the run right here by the man behind him inside of that tender number 2, Tyler Warner, running in second. Now Warner with a big gap back to Eric Hegdahl. Close battle between Hegdahl and Jeanette. There you can see Hegdahl go down to the bottom of the racetrack. The Sweet Home Improvements number 70 makes his way into that 3rd position. And we apologize, that Swift Home Buyers on board that 74 of Wesley Jeanette. Here comes Charles Urich. He's had an eventful night here tonight from Kansas. He's been all over the board. He's got some speed, but he's got a lot of damage on that 76 machine. We'll see if Urich can get the fallout mix-up machine a little closer to the front of the field. Small battle back through the rest of the field, back outside of the top 10. Let's go back here with Nicholas Pressey trying to take a position away from John Tiller. Pressey caught up and involved with that latest on-track incident. And there you can see, you can almost see the fuel cell in the back of that machine. No rear bumper cover and no front clip for John Tiller. These 2 drivers with some tough nights and laps left ahead of them here tonight from Kansas Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Small gaps beginning to develop from 5th on back to this battle. 10th, 11th, 12th on the speedway. Jaden Darling, Nicholas Pressey, and John Tiller all mixing it up, all going at it. What do you say we jump back up front right here? It's a little bit of gap between these two drivers, but still running very well here. Eric Hegdahl, your pole sitter, running in the 3rd position, trying to run down his fellow drivers. And I tell you what do you say, race fans? Why don't we get a little closer to the track, huh? Get a little closer, a little bit more up close and personal. See all the action on the track here. Driver's going to screech down the backstretch as now those gaps beginning to develop and beginning to get bigger and bigger. John Freeman knocking on the door of a 1-second advantage. Tyler Warner with almost a 2-second advantage over Eric Hegdahl, who's got a 1-second advantage over 4th place runner Wesley Jeanette. So it looks like with drivers able to maintain pace on this restart, looks like we may begin to see a long green flag run here from Kansas Speedway. Field starting to have gaps all over. Let's go to one of our only battles on track. There you can see just flashing by your screen. The Best Buy number 6 of Matthew Montgomery has the 29 of Tommy Schaefer right in line, running right behind him. There they go. Gonna cross the start and finish line. Lap 63 now on the board. And how about the perseverance of that 26 crew? They slam the hood, get them back going, and Baker back out on track. 15 laps down, but still soldiering on. Baker gonna see if there's any slight chance if he can make up another handful of points here. If somebody has some trouble, he may find a way to gain a spot or two by the end of tonight's race. 15 laps down, not where you want to be, but we've still got a little over halfway to go here tonight. The Dorothy 134 from Kansas Speedway. You're watching the IVRL Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Dvorak able to grab that position away from Tommy Schaefer, move the 41 up to 6, but Schaefer not ready to relinquish that position just yet. He'll fight back down on the bottom of the speedway. Will he slide up? Yes, and clear. And as we have reached that halfway point, we're going to mix this up just a little bit. What do you say we get rid of some of that timing and scoring and get to the front of the field? It's time for your driver highlights and spotlights, your mid-race rundown right here from Kansas Speedway. He led a ton of laps in stage number 1, walked away with the stage win. Back at the point once again, the driver right out of Newport News, Virginia, John Freeman. Back to the point, Freeman in first. Great run by this tender number 2 driver. Straight out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tyler Warner with a solid night here tonight, up 5 positions from where he qualified. Warner sits in second, but he's got company right behind him. Your pole sitter from just down the road in good old TR, South Carolina. The Asphalt Outlaws Racing 70 machine of Eric Hegdahl looking to get back to the front. He had the pole position. He walked away with the stage 2 win. Can my fellow South Carolinian get back to the point? If he does, I'm showing up at the race shop because you're just down the road, my man Hegdahl with a good run. Hegdahl sitting in third. Wesley Jeanette inside of his 74 machine straight out of Dixon, Tennessee. Good old Rocky Top. No, I'm just kidding. I won't sing. I won't make your ears bleed. I promise. Wesley Jeanette in the 74 with a good solid run here tonight. Still right where he qualified, running in that 4th position in the Swift Home Buyers 74 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Jeanette with a good run and a good gap back to the man. That rounds out your top 5. Out of Somerset, Kentucky, Tommy Schaefer has his 29 machine pumped up, running well here tonight, back to right where he qualified, the 29. 6th and 5th. Time to give the driver some spotlight and TV time. We talked about him a handful of times here tonight. It ain't no Radio Shack, it's the Best Buy number 6 of Matthew Montgomery out of Arizona, Fort Smith to be exact. Montgomery sporting that Best Buy livery on the 6 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. A little bit of damage on that right side, but he's still running well, up 11 positions from where he qualified here tonight. So Montgomery heading the right way. And that's going to do it. That's going to be it for your driver highlights, spotlights, and mid-race rundown right here tonight from Kansas Speedway in the Dorothy 134 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. We'll get that timing and scoring back up to the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see all those gaps beginning to develop. Eric Hegdahl was able to get around Tyler Warner for that 2nd position, and he is beginning to build that gap, beginning to break away and get himself out of the draft. Last time around, Hegdahl over a 10th faster than your race leader. And with what appears to be a long green flag run ahead of us here, is that Hegdahl's wheelhouse. Oh, the 6 with contact with the outside wall. Montgomery into the outside wall. He'll keep it headed in the right direction. Let's go check on Jaden Gimble. He's all alone, running all by himself. There you can see the tender number 2 of Warner down into turn number 3. Wesley Jeanette beginning to close in. He's about 2 seconds back. There you see Matthew Baker, the 26 Wounded Warrior here tonight, soldiering on, trying to get any and everything he can out of tonight's race here from Kansas Speedway. We are on the downhill side of things, just 50 laps remaining here tonight. So drivers, it's time. You gotta get ready. You gotta be ready to go. You gotta be willing to risk it for the biscuit. I mean, tonight's race, basically the halfway point. We say basically because next week we do have a week off. There is a week layoff here as we get set to kick off the second half of the regular season. And with 9 different winners, could we see a 10th? Let me double check this one. Yeah, could we see a 10th different winner in 13 races? I mean, drivers may not be able to rely on that race win to get themselves into the championship. That is what we are looking like. That is the type of season it has been here so far with the International Virtual Racing League and the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Just because you got a victory doesn't mean you're necessarily guaranteed. I say that, but in the rule book it says that. But I mean, if you end up with 16 different winners, 17 different winners, what do you do? And it's very possible. Even if we have a repeat winner here tonight, look at this. 9 race winners in 13 races. If we repeat that, that's going to be 18 race winners by the time we get to the championship chase. And how do you do that for a 16-car field in the chase? It's going to come down to points, so I believe only drivers really safe at this point in time, because they do have a race win, multiple race wins, and that is Jaden Gimble and Ryan Farrell. Farrell not in the field here tonight, so he will fall a little bit in the point standings coming into tonight's race. Farrell sat in third, 55 points back. He's going to be much further back after this one. but I do believe he's going to be able to keep it up inside the top 10. John Freeman looking to make his way into the top 10 and into victory lane. Once again, Freeman to victory lane one time so far this season. Eric Hegdahl, he's searching for his first win. He's searching for a top 10 as well. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a hard-fought battle for the rest of tonight's race in the 41 of Dworchek into pit road. Is this the start of green flag pit stops? And I believe it is. John Freeman gonna break to pit road. The two will come to pit road. Eric Hegdahl back to the point once again. 6th different lead change. 3 race leaders we've had ourselves. I do believe, if I'm counting it correct, 6 caution flags in total. 5 for on-track trouble. 1 for a stage break. And Hegdahl, he's not going to give up too much time. He's going to notice and come right down to pit road. Wanted to get back at least 1 lap further. We'll have to see if that comes into factor later on here tonight. Wesley Jeanette also pulling to pit road. That's going to leave for the time being Robert Shin out there on track, yet to make his green flag pit stop. And Shin, he will stay out. The 17 Chevy Z01 Camaro will become our 4th different race leader. Give us our 7th lead change on the evening. John Freeman able to slot his way back into the 4th position. Will he be able to get by Jeanette and Hegdahl and keep the 2nd spot and eventually regain the race lead? And Shin to pit road. Hegdahl and Freeman working their way out of pit road. Let's take a look. Oh, Freeman gonna make his way by with very handedly. I mean, he gone. As the 70 slowly makes his way off. Oh boy, the 2 with some trouble. If it wasn't for the wall, that thing would have went around. That's a little bit of a Kyle Larson look as now. That 2 of Tyler Warner, he may have a long night in store for him. There you can see him back down and heading back to pit road after just making a green flag pit stop. His night is going to get turned upside down. Tough run, tough break for that 2 of Warner. Back to your race leader with a commanding lead. John Freeman out to a 5.3 second advantage over Eric Hegdahl. How about Wesley Jeanette? Great run for Jeanette. He's up inside of the top 3. Just about 10 seconds off, though, Tommy Schaefer. What about Schaefer? Let's go back to this battle between Schaefer and Jeanette. It is your only battle on track, so let's keep it wound up right here for just a few moments. What do you say? What do you say we go ahead and take a look right on board here? Do we have that one? Yeah, we got one. Oh my goodness! 17 comes right off of the 29's nose. We couldn't have timed that one. Oh my gosh. Shin with some troubles. That's going to bring out the caution here. That's going to be our 6th caution of the evening. Let's go check the Pinkett Ford replay. Oh, and Schaefer got loose on the track and came down and into the 17 as he was trying to get up to speed. Victim of circumstance and situation, Robert Shin. Hard impact with the outside wall. Tough break for that 17. Man. That's a tough one to swallow. That's a tough one to watch. But what that does, that absolutely destroys the gap built by John Freeman. And we've got some drivers to pit road. It looks like they may be topping off with fuel, trying to make this thing to the end from here on out. We'll have to wait to see how that plays out. But as we're under caution for the 6th time, we're going to take a brief commercial break. Head back trackside for all your green flag action, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And back trackside right as we cross the choose line. Freeman elects to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Wesley Jeanette picks the top. It looks like Charles Urich and Eric Hegdahl will line up in row number 2. Row number 3 for this latest restart belongs to the 41 of Jordan and that 94 of Nicholas. Tommy Schaefer, Matthew Montgomery round out your top 8 drivers. Only 8 drivers left on the lead lap after multiple guys have trouble here tonight. Lots of slipping and sliding out on the track. Some big time moments and big time issues for a handful of these Pinkett Ford Cup Series drivers as we get ready to go back green flag racing. Pace car down and away to the restart box, and away we go on the gas. Green flag flies. John Freeman walks away from the field. There's Eric Hegdahl. He'll slot into second with a fair amount of ease. No battle there from Jeanette at the top of the speedway. Here comes Dworchik in that 41 down to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for a position on Urich. Not going to quite get there just yet. Jeanette will keep the third position for now. Matthew Montgomery making up one position, now looking for another, and he's going to blast right on by Nicholas Pressey. Thomas Schaefer also going to go to the high side and make his way by. Out at the 88 of Christopher Whitaker. Multiple laps down here tonight, but he don't care. He's making up some time, trying to get himself back in front of the race leader, and now just 3 laps down, looking to get just 2 laps down. And as we come around the track to take lap number 90, this time around, if you haven't already, race fans, show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop them that thumbs up. Let them know you enjoy all the action each and every Tuesday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the IVRL Pinkett Ford Cup Series. If you haven't already, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends, and tell them to tell their family's friends. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. As always, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back To turn 3 headquarters, we appreciate each and every one of you. And into the outside wall is Freeman. Freeman in the outside wall. Hegdahl with a big slide out of 2. Unable to capitalize on the mistake by Freeman was Hegdahl. You seen him sideways out of turn 2, and that has brought Jeanette and Urich right back up into the mix. 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. Now 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all nose to tail through 1 and 2. Little bit of house cleaning in order here tonight. We started with 17 drivers slated to make the start. Nick Goebel unable to get his machine fired up and roll off of the starting grid. He will be relegated back in that 17th position after not making the start to tonight's race. Matthew Baker, big time trouble for him. He's still listed well over 15 laps down, 17 laps back to be exact. Baker still out on track trying to turn some laps. He's got 2 potential positions lurking in front of him. John Tiller, Nathan Line, they've both been on pit road for an extended stay. Robert Shin, Christopher Whitaker, Jaden Darling, Jaden Gimbel, and Tyler Warner, all with trouble, all with damage, all off of your lead lap. Tyler Warner leads the field in the lap down category of cars, listed 2 laps behind your race leaders. And John Freeman starting to stretch his legs, looking like a little bit of a Sunday drive here for that Fast 42. Well, Freeman looks like he very well may capture his 2nd checkered flag of the year. Gaps beginning to build, gaps beginning to develop through your top 5. Freeman, Hegdahl, Jeanette, Urich, Dvorak back in 5th. Tommy Schaefer, Nicholas Pressey, and Matthew Montgomery round out the drivers on the lead lap all the way back through 8th position. The Best Buy, number 6, still up 11 positions from where he qualified. So a good solid run, good solid night for Montgomery. But here it is. Freeman stepped out, but here comes Hegdahl. Cue the Jaws music, because he's gonna get there. Let's go. On board, take a look over that rear deck lid and the rear spoiler on the 42 of Freeman, looking back at Hegdahl as he begins to slowly eat away at that gap. Got a 5-car length advantage for Freeman as he flirts with that outside wall. Well, looks like that high sign, that is the place to be, but look at Hegdahl gain through 1 and 2. He's going to get there. He's going to be there. Both drivers elect to go high, wide, and handsome, running that Larson line once again, trying to keep the RPM wound up, trying to keep the speed inside the machine. And here comes Hegdahl to the bottom of the track. Not there just yet. Will he have a look in one? No looking to turn 1 for Hegdahl. He's going to turn the car about a half a car length underneath the 42 through the center of the corner. Keep some fresh, clean air on the nose of that 70 machine. Once again, setting offset into turn number 3. Look for a big run and a move here in the front stretch. Through the tri-oval this time. Blocking it off is that 42. He'll cut to the white line. Nowhere to go for Hegdahl. He'll stay in 2nd. A look to the bottom for Hegdahl. I think that was just testing the waters. I think he was just seeing how the car felt. Can he run on the bottom of the racetrack? Side by side, 2 opposite ends of the track. All the way up next to that outside wall and all the... Whoa, almost coming together right there. Drag race at the line, and they're going to give it to Hegdahl at the bottom. Can he clear him? Can he clear him? My gosh, that's going to be close off of 2 and slide. Job complete. Hegdahl back to the point. Wow, talk about close. Slide job out of turn number 2, and Hegdahl takes back the point. Grabs the race lead back once again. The 42 running that high line has gone into the outside wall a handful of times. Will he overdrive the car trying to get back to the top spot? Hegdahl nice and smooth around the outside. We're now down to less than 34 laps to go. Just past the 100 lap mark here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Dorothy 134. The International Virtual Racing League Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Battle for the top spot still underway. Hegdahl maintaining the race lead for now, looking for a little bit of ground over Freeman, not quite able to get it just yet. Freeman hanging tough in second. Slowly but surely, it looks like Hegdahl able to build a little bit of an advantage here. He's out to almost a 0.3 of a second gap over Freeman now. Wesley Jeanette slowly beginning to reel him in. Lap number 105 now goes on the board, and John Freeman seems to be losing a little bit of ground. Hegdahl now out to a 0.5 second advantage. Freeman starting to open up that gap over Jeanette. Once again, that's going to be a 0.6 of an advantage now for Freeman over Jeanette. Schaefer with a little bit of company starting to come into play. Back in 5th, the 76 of Charles Urick. Let's go take a look at that 76. Keeping our eye right here, trying to see if Urick is going to be able to run down Schaefer, and Jaden Gimbel has an issue. Gimbel to pit road. Jaden Gimbel has trouble, and Gimbel will roll to pit road, and he will fall further behind your race leaders. Wow. One of the fast drivers all season long, multiple checkered flags in his back pocket. Big time trouble here tonight. And the Dorothy 134, Jaden Gimbel back on the pit road with the hood up. It may be a long stay on pit road this time for Gimbel. Back at the front though, Eric Hegdahl continues the lead as we come across the line this time around. Lap 110 will go on the board. John Freeman losing some ground, and it looks like Freeman's heading to pit road. Freeman onto pit road. Scheduled pit stop here with just 25 laps to go. Urich still trying to close in on Tommy Schaefer, who takes over the third position as John Freeman and Nicholas Pressey both come to pit road for what could be their final stop of the night, what could be the money stop for all of these crews. Hegdahl going to continue to stay out on track. And how about the perseverance beginning to pay off for Matthew Baker? He's been able to leapfrog John Tiller. He's been able to get by Nathan Line. And Baker picks up 2 more spots. He's now to 14th. And with 24 laps to go, 23 went across the line, this time by Eric Hegdahl, will give the race lead over to Charles Urich. For the first time here tonight, Urich will take the race lead. That will give us our 8th lead change, our 5th different race leader. What a run, what a night here. Long green flag run to finish out tonight's Dorothy 134 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. And how about the turnaround, man, for Urich right here, right now? If this thing pans out and plays out where he can walk away with a podium finish, he'll be happy. He'll be more than happy with a top 5. I can guarantee you that. Very eventful night for the man inside of that Fallout 76 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. A big, eventful night for the man right behind him on track. You got to go 5.5 seconds basically back to this guy right here. Halfway down the backstretch in that 41, the numbers almost rubbed off of both sides. The only number clean is on the roof for that 41 Chevy ZL1 Camaro of Jordan Dworchik, as he's going to take the top spot back once again as Urich heads to pit road. That's going to give us our 9th lead change. 41 and the 6th, the last 2 drivers on the track yet to make their green flag pit stops. Tyler Warner, Jaden Darling, Robert Shin all have to come to pit road as well, but they are listed multiple laps down, so they will not come into factor when it comes to that race lead. But lurking in the background right there as Dworchik heads to pit road, John Freeman with the pit stop 1 lap sooner. Looks like he's been able to get by Hegdahl. With 20 laps to go, can Hegdahl run him down from 1.8 back? Oh, and if Freeman has a moment like that, still trying to save the car, that's going to do it. Here comes Hegdahl with a big run down to the... Whoa, and Hegdahl on the binders. Hegdahl almost having a big moment. He almost threw away the race as well. Wow. Here, top 2 drivers pushing hard to try to get back that race lead. Matthew Montgomery actually going to stay out and lead a lap here. He's going to catch 1 lap lead. Oh, and Freeman hard into the outside wall. That's going to give the race lead to Eric Hegdahl. But guess who's there? The 74 of Wesley Jeanette right here, Tommy Schaefer. 4-car battle here now with just 19 laps remaining. Oh boy, things getting good at the front. Here comes the 29 of Schaefer down to the bottom of the racetrack looking for at least the second. But oh boy, Schaefer gets loose. Schaefer goes for a ride. Wow, big moment there for the 29. He's able to rejoin the track and keep it headed in the right direction, but he is going to lose a ton of ground now, over 2.3 seconds. Might as well be 2.5 back from your race leader, Eric Hegdahl, who's got Wesley Jeanette right behind him. John Freeman with a recovery after pounding the outside wall. Big slide for him as well. So maybe a temporary lack of focus here tonight may have cost that 42 a checkered flag. And that may have opened up the door for a first-time race winner of Eric Hegdahl. Both Jeanette and Freeman rounding out your podium drivers right now. Both have been to victory lane at least one time this season. And I told you, you may not be able to fall back on that race win. If Hegdahl's able to hang on right here. 16 laps to go this time by. If Hegdahl can maintain this top spot, he's beginning to walk away from Jeanette and Freeman right now, who also has Tommy Schaefer in tow. If he's able to pull this race win off, that will give us our 10th different winner in 13 races. It doesn't get much better than that. That's only going to leave 6 positions open for the next 13 races. We're only going to have 6 spots left in the chase after tonight if Hegdahl can walk away with a race win. And with 15 to go, with Hegdahl winning stage number 2, with him walking away with the pole position here tonight, for all intents and purposes, you're going to have to take it from him. He is not going to roll over easily here, especially with a championship chase spot on the line. In trouble. We got a driver around in the back. Big time trouble. John Freeman sideways. Oh my gosh. And the 41 comes in and catches a piece. Oh my gosh. Let's go back here. What happened? What took place to bring out our 7th caution of the night? Let's go check the Pinkett forward replay. There you can see Schaefer, and oh, no contact from Schaefer, and oh, the 42 just self-spin, trying to get down in the corner a little bit too hot. Gets on the binders, tries to keep the car right there, trying to stay out of everybody's way, and oh my gosh. Did you see the contact that Jordan made right there? We got to go take a look at this one. Let's go see it from the 41's point of view. Already damage on the front end. Oh, and just trying to get out of the way and just nowhere to go. Clipping them. I don't know how that didn't absolutely rip the engine out of the front end of that machine, but, well, is what it is at that point. We're back under caution once again here tonight from Kansas Speedway. We've only got a handful of laps left. 13 to go. And Eric Hegdahl stays out. Tommy Schaefer, Charles Urich, and Jordan Dworchik all stay out on track. Freeman, Jeanette, and Pressey down to pit road. I'm telling you what, race fans, this is going to be one heck of a finish. We're going to get, I do believe we should see the one finger wave this time around. Drivers will receive the 1 to go, and we will have ourselves a 10-lap shootout to the end of tonight's race. Will we see quick successive cautions, as we seen earlier in the mid portion of tonight's broadcast in tonight's race, right here from Kansas Speedway in the International Virtual Racing League Pinkett Ford Cup Series? There's the choose line call, and Hegdahl keeping it at the bottom of the track. 29 of Schaefer goes to the top. Urich and Dworchik back in row number 2. Jeanette and Pressey. Row 3, John Freeman rounds out the field on the lead lap. Tyler Warner able to grab himself 1 lap back. If we get a quick caution here, he could be a player at the end of this thing. A driver with the freshest tires, though. Wesley Jeanette will start in 5th. Pressey and Freeman all with fresh tires, but they've all got a little bit of damage. Will the fresh tires be enough to carry the damaged machines on their back? It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna tell you that right here. We gotta sit up in the chair for this one. We gotta get ready. Gonna go ahead and set the popcorn down, because I'm telling you, things about to happen. Business about to pick up with 10 laps to go to the restart line this time around. And on the gas, green flag flies. Once again, here at Kansas Speedway, Hegdahl off to a good jump. Looks like Schaefer with a little bit of a struggle. Urich and Dworchik stay side by side for the time being. Urich on the high side, able to prevail, and now the 41 falling to the back. Off of turn number 2, nice and clean for the drivers at the front. Here's Tommy Schaefer just off in front of Charles Urich. Wesley Jeanette with the fresh tires. Back into 4th is, almost into the outside wall for the 74 of Jeanette. Is that the move? Is that the race-winning move? Coming to pit road and grabbing those fresh tires for a 10-lap shootout? I don't know, but the drivers at the front, they better watch it, because they've got some company lurking in the background. Hegdahl, Schaefer going at it, just about a 1/10.5 separating your top 2 drivers. Wesley Jeanette all over Urich on the top. Jeanette goes to the bottom, and he'll take 3rd position away with 8 laps to go. Can Jeanette close in 1 second to battle with these top 2 for the race win? He may be able to get there, but can he get by 2 very determined drivers to get to victory lane? Hegdahl, Schaefer, Urich yet to park their machines in victory lane. It's going to be hard pressed to pass any of them, and with that lap in the bag, we are now down to just 7 laps to go. Lap 127 goes on the board. Way up the track goes Hegdahl. Schaefer hugging that middle lane. Big run off of the corner exit, and that's going to pull the 70. He's going to pull 1, 2, 3 extra car lengths by the time they enter turn number 3. Urich and Jeanette still going at it. We got battles for the top 2, battle for 3rd and 4th. Trying to stay with all of the action here, race fans. Let's go back to keep our eye on the battle for that final spot and on the podium here. Urich has it. Jeanette wants it. A little bit of tire smoke off in front. Hegdahl, Schaefer continuing to mix it up for first, and we'll have 5 to go this time around as a move to the inside for Schaefer. Oh, looks like Schaefer might have it. No, drag race to the line. Drag race to the line, and at the line, they're going to give it to Hegdahl. Too close to call from our standpoint, but it looks like timing and scoring did indeed give that lap to Eric Hegdahl. And now Schaefer still trying to make it happen on the bottom. Not going to get there. He'll slide up the track, and 2 car length advantage gained. Down the back stretch by Hegdahl. He's got himself a little bit of breathing room as we come off of turn number 4. Laps to go. 4 of them. Hegdahl, Schaefer. Oh, Schaefer with trouble into the outside wall. Schaefer with big trouble. That's going to allow Hegdahl to walk away. And now we've got 3 cars battling. Second, third, fourth on the racetrack. Here comes Jeanette, Schaefer, Urich, all crossing the line with 3 to go. And just like that, from second to fourth, Tommy Schaefer losing concentration and into the outside wall off of turn number 2. And that has allowed the 70 of Eric Hegdahl to walk away 1.5 second advantage. It's a battle for who's going to come away second here tonight. Urich and Jeanette going at it. Fresh tires behind Urich by about 7 laps or so. Will the lap count be enough for Jeanette to get by? Popsicle sticks go on display for your race leader, Eric Hegdahl, who runs off of turn number 2. Big gap back from Hegdahl. And here we go. Off of turn number 4, coming to the stripe, this time by. White flag will fly. Final lap here from Kansas Speedway. It's the IVRL 1 to go, brought to you by pinketford.org. Final flag of the race in hand of the boss man on the flag stand. Just 1 more corner, 2 more corners to go, I should say. Down into turn 3 for the final time. Hegdahl will secure his first race win of the season and punch his ticket to the postseason. How about the run from Urich, able to fight off Wesley Jeanette with the fresh tires? Job well done, Mr. Urich. And Wesley Jeanette coming down pit road, grabbing those fresh tires. He made the most of it, just needed a little bit more. And Jeanette will round out your podium drivers here tonight. What do you say? We get rid of some of that timing and scoring. Give this man some TV time, because he about to throw some rubber around. Gonna give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show. Some congratulatory bumps from some on-track teammates. Heck of a job here tonight for Hegdahl. Walking away with the pole position, walking away with the stage 2 win, walking away with the checkered flag. That's the only one that matters. What a night, what a run here for the 70. And we're going to step away from the track, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside at the conclusion of another great race here with the IVRL Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Walking away with the checkered flag moments ago was Eric Hegdahl. He's got himself a little bit of post-race obligations to fill, so we'll get to victory lane here momentarily. But I tell you what, first, let's see if we can't dial up. Let's see if we can't have a word with the driver that walked away in that third position. Wesley, it's Dave. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling after a solid night and a comeback to walk away with the podium?
Yeah, feels good. Feel great. Had a lot of fun. Real excited for my teammate Eric getting the win, but yeah, for me, I'm happy with where I finished. I almost wish I hadn't had that last set of tires. I wish I'd have stayed out because it's just really hard for me to pass on the bottom. If I got behind a car that could run up top really well, it was tough. So, but I'm stoked.
Absolutely. Well, Wesley, you've got one race win to your back pocket. Now a teammate with a race win in his back pocket. But big picture here, this makes our 10th different race winner. If you had to pick a number, how many race winners do you think we're gonna have before we get to championship chase time?
Well, I think at least a couple more. I know we got guys on our team that I think are capable of winning. So I'd say at least two more. And well, I mean, there's some strong guys in here. I'd say 15, 16, somewhere in there.
All right. Well, we're gonna see if you're right on that. I tell you what, there'll be a little prize. You said 15. You want to go with 15?
I'm going to go with 15.
Gonna go with 15. All right. Good old Rocky Top says number 15.
That's right.
You like that, huh? Now,
yeah, my son actually graduates from Rocky Top on Saturday, so I'll dedicate this to him. And I know it's just a third, but he'll be happy that I dedicated it. So
absolutely, man. Well, congratulations. Tell him I said congratulations. Some unknown weird guy from YouTube says hello. Now, absolutely great accomplishment. Off track for you and your family. On track for you here tonight. So, Wesley, before we let you go and enjoy the celebrations from tonight's podium, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yes, my teammates. We worked hard getting ready for this race. Fueled up my whole team. Clark Heating and Cooling, Swift Home Buyers. It was on the car tonight. Arrow Broadcast, Factory Effects, Jerry Parker Graphics, who does our paint, and Venue Radio. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, always you and the admins for putting up with everything they do with us drivers. I know we can be a handful sometimes, so thank you guys.
Absolutely, my man. We appreciate the kind words, and we'll look forward to trying to catch up with you over the next few weeks.
That's the goal.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from good old Rocky Top. Wesley Jeanette, that's his new nickname, Rocky Top Jeanette, walking away with a podium position. Congratulations to the young Jeanette walking away with a degree from University of Tennessee. Congratulations. Salute, my man. And, well, that's going to do it for Jeanette. He'll walk away third here tonight, and that's going to move us right along to the man that walked away with that second spot. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the man inside of his 76 machine, Charles Jurek. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, my man, how you doing? How you feeling after this solid second here tonight from Kansas?
It was a hard-fought battle.
I think that's to say the least, man. There was some crazy action all night long. We had ourselves a good long green flag run, but we had a rash of cautions there at midway point. At any point in time, did you think it was going to come down to some type of fuel or tire strategy?
I kind of thought it would come down to like a fuel strategy. I knew our tires were going to be an issue, so you come down, take fuel, but you wouldn't be able to take tires. But that last run, the run to the checkered, I didn't think I was going to get second. I was waiting on Wesley to get me, but I held him off somehow.
Yeah, you made that 76 about 7 car lengths wide, man. Keeping the man with the fresh tires behind you. Job well done on that. Almost had that first race win of the season. Do you think you're going to be able to get that 76 to victory lane in the second half of the season after this short little 1 week break?
I sure hope so. I know I've been having some decent runs, but been getting caught up in other people's stuff and then having a few mistakes here and there. But I don't know. We'll see. I thought I would have had him. I would have been able to get him, but I was down like 30 horsepower. So I still don't know how I held Wesley off with that.
Yeah, well, being down a couple horses will always hurt the runs and always hurt the opportunities. But nonetheless, you were able to walk away with a great finish here tonight, Charles. Walking away second from the podium tonight. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? Maybe thank anybody back in West Virginia?
Well, thank you for doing the broadcast and just the teammates I got. We joke around a lot about the setups and how we hate driving these cars, but in the end, we have fun.
Absolutely, my man. Well, it's always fun to watch you guys out there on the track. And once again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. And we'll look forward to trying to catch up with you after our short 1 week layoff and we get this second part of the season fired up.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, well, there you go. That's it from the man walking away second here tonight, Charles Jurek, with a good, solid run. Not sure how he did it. Those are his words, not mine, down on horsepower, making that 76 very wide. And Jurek walks away second, and that's going to put us back down into victory lane. Let's see if we can catch him celebrating and sipping on that champagne. Eric Hegdog, it's Dave, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, heck of a win, heck of a pole position, stage win as well. How happy are you in that 70 machine?
Man, I'm I'm pretty ecstatic right now. This my first ever league win on iRacing, so that's pretty awesome. I wish I could say it came pretty easy, but that was a tough race. I felt like I almost gave it away a couple of times, and was able to get a stage win there, and overcame a couple of mistakes I made, but happy to finally get this number 70 Chevrolet in victory lane.
Yeah, man, heck of a job here tonight, walking away, as we said, with that pole position, with the stage win. You were there at the front when you needed to be. A little bit of trouble for one of your competitors, John Freeman. He was up there. You two were battling pretty much all race long. Some misfortune for him turned out to be your good fortune. And from that point on, you didn't look back. You parked it in victory lane. Before we get to some of the shout-outs and thank you parts, I want to say, man, I'm going to have to find you here very shortly. I'm about maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes away from you. You're over there in TR. I'm down here in Inman, just outside of Boiling Springs. So we'll have to catch up sometime, my man. Maybe get you a couple Turn 3 stickers. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool though. Being able to meet guys, that's not too far from me. So that'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely. Well, again, my man, I don't want to take away from what you did here tonight. Grabbing your first race win of the season, punching a ticket to the postseason. Job well done. You're going to jump in the point standings as well, heading into an off week. We hope you can keep that momentum going when we hit the track again. So before we let you go and celebrate the night away, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Absolutely. First up, I gotta thank my team, Field Up Motorsports, and our sponsors, Swift Home Buyers, Clark Heat, and Jerry Parker Graphics. They helped me get in the league. So shout out to them. Shout out to John Freeman for we had a good battle there for much of the race, and my teammate Wesley, he was up there battling with me for the win. So shout out to you though for putting on a great broadcast, and ready to get on to the next race.
All right, my man. We'll enjoy this one. We know you will. And we're trying to catch up with you here in the next few coming weeks.
Sounds good, man.
All right, there you go. The man from down the road, Travelers Rest, South Carolina's very own Eric Hegdahl, parks it in victory lane here tonight. He'll head into the postseason as well as we head into the off week. Will the momentum still be there for Hegdahl when we hit the track once again? We'll have to wait to see how it all plays out, but the 70 parks it in victory lane for the first time this season. And man, what a run, what a night we had here tonight from the track. I mean, drivers mixing it up all over the place. Heck of a run there at the end of tonight's race. Big battle for second and third. Never keeping any of the fans in the seats. They were all on their feet for tonight's for tonight's Dorothy 134 at Kansas Speedway. We ain't in Kentucky. We in Kansas, Toto. Get it right. My goodness, Dave. And as the producer's hitting those music buttons in the background, it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot with the checkered flag in hand. Stage 2 in hand, in the pole position, the 70 of Eric Hegdahl. Charles Urich walks away second with Wesley Jeanette back in third. Tommy Schaefer takes fourth. Fifth place belongs to Nicholas Pressey. John Freeman back in sixth. Seventh place to the 41 of Jordan Dworchik. Tyler Warner back in eighth. Ninth place to Matthew Montgomery. And rounding out your top 10, the 75 of Jaden Darling. Robert Shen, Matthew Baker back in 12th. 13th place here tonight to the 88 of Chris Whitaker. Nathan Line in 14th. Jaden Gamble with Big Trouble finishes multiple laps down back in 15th. John Tiller walks away 16th. 17th tonight belongs to Nick Goebel. Cody McKinney and Joey McKinney are your race control and admins here tonight, so we do appreciate all the hard work, all the unsung heroes of the season. Well, if you haven't already, race fans, you know what it means. You know what time it is. That's right. Show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you like the content they bring week in, week out, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe one of the many sponsors across the great leagues here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll head off into the off week. But stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.